Come on. Okay. Live from Austin, Texas, answering for a friend. That's right, we are back with another episode of Answering for a Friend, starring Clint Mia. Mia, hot damn, how are you doing?
Specifically, I'm back. I'm so happy to be back.
It's so good to have you back. It's like, I feel like a pair of underwear hanging on a clothesline all by myself, like a thong that's just hanging on a clothesline so that everybody walks by is like, hey, check it out, a thong, you know?
When I'm not here.
When you're
and
not
you're
here,
just
that's how
going
I
in
feel.
alone.
Like I'm just letting it all hang out when it's just me, you know?
Yeah. Well, I get that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad to be back because, life just isn't the same when I don't fill my time with answering questions on the internet.
The internet's craziest questions.
The internet's craziest questions. Look, we already have comments.
Woo!
And I'm excited for that.
Let's get into that and go look at. We got 3 viewers. Holy smokes, we've gone viral.
Whoa!
Let's
I
do
would love
the.
to go viral, but I want to go viral for something good, not something bad that I've said on the show.
Yeah, we got Bobby in the house.
Hi, Bobby.
Hi, Bobby. And then we got Reese 75 in the house.
Hi, Reese 75.
Yeah, Reese and Bobby. I call them the diehards.
There's this one hair. You
got one?
It's my Danzig hair.
It's nice. It's a devil lock.
Well, I got something to say. That's not the right song to sing.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was gonna finish the sentence, and then I was like, we'll just chill. We'll just go on. We'll just move
for off air.
I like when there's like one hair growing right out of a nipple, you know? Like that long of a hair.
So then what you're supposed to do is find someone else who has the nipple hair, and then you intertwine them.
Yeah, and you weave them together. It's beautiful.
Do you guys like my hideous Halloween nails? Look at this.
I love them.
Okay, they're so ugly. I hate the color, but I was trying to do something a little fancier and like with the design. I'm not a nail artist. I've watched probably 7,500 hours of nail art videos.
That's
in
a
my
lot.
life
That's a lot of hours.
on Instagram. However, just because you watch it is just, you cannot just put it into practice whenever you try. So they're just this ugly orange color. Orange.
Orange or orange or orange?
Orange was what we...
Orange? That's one syllable. Orange is 2 syllables.
Orange. I painted my nails orange for Halloweens.
Look, Harry, I painted my nails orange. Before we get going, guys, like, share, subscribe, click that notification bell. Tell your friends about us. We're here every Thursday.
Every Thursday.
Every Thursday. And, yeah.
Yeah. Where are all of our usual suspects?
Where are the people? I don't know. I think maybe we went on, I think they're used to 8, and it's 8:46, so they're like, I guess they're not doing it this week.
Reese 75 says the nails look red on camera, which is interesting because
they do.
On my screen, they look bright orange. And then in my lights in my room, they look like a washed out faded coral, but then in normal light they just look pumpkin orange. I don't understand light. Somebody recently told me that the only reason whatever, it doesn't matter. What, Clint?
The only reason what?
They were trying to explain color and light refraction and stuff, and I know it has more. I don't really know, but it is interesting how colors look different in different lighting. That's my point.
That is interesting. I agree with you.
I'll have to go rewatch the stream and see. Also, I'll point this out. One night we were up late. I was at my friend's and she passed out, and we ended up watching an episode of our show, Clint. On 2 different screens. They have 2 TVs in their living room, and on one I was like tan and nice, and the other one I looked like a ghost. So it really, you never know what you're gonna look like.
Yeah, you never know. You never know what you're gonna get. Hey, we're up to five episodes.
5 episodes.
I'm not 5 episodes, 5
5
viewers.
viewers.
Yeah. I'm gonna look at my.
Episode 31, Clint.
Can you believe that?
That is equivalent to another number, which we're not going to mention here.
31. That's a lot. I'm gonna share this on my. I gotta share this on my Facebook. Maybe I'll pull some more people.
Okay.
I noticed when I share on my personal, I tend to get a bunch of people in here. So maybe we're gonna do that real quick.
Sorry, I just had to move the camera.
You what?
I just jiggled my camera on accident, Clint Baker.
Quit jiggling.
I kind of, before we started talking about, that maybe if we get more viewers, that's a good topic. The Twitch thing. You know? Because I'm curious about it.
I'm all about that. Like, we're gonna.
Let's talk about it in the middle of the show. Let's see if we get more people watching, because then I definitely I want other people's opinions on it. And so there's only 2 people that have said hi. So if you're watching and you want to say hi, say hi.
Yeah, like get in here.
I'll sing more Danzig if you say hi in the comments.
And you can just keep getting jiggy with it, like you were doing. Getting jiggy.
Do you have your Halloween decorations up, Clint?
I have 2 skeletons. On the front porch, sitting on a bench on the front porch. One of them has a Santa hat on. The other one has a Lloyd Christmas orange tuxedo on, which is good times.
I put my Halloween decor up. As you know, Clint, I have a lot. Do you remember that?
I do remember that, and I'm wondering what you're going to be for Halloween. Yeah. What are you going to do?
So my son wants me to be this person from Fortnite, but the thing is like I have no time. I'm barely have enough time to get his costume together, so I don't know if I'm going to dress up, and I don't have a night free to go out, so I just am probably not going to do anything adult this year. But remember, okay, so you're at my house once and I was unpacking Halloween decorations.
Mm-hmm. Lots and lots of them.
Yeah, but I do remember this. Okay, I had this necklace. I don't even know where it is. It had like the bearded lady or something on it, which is pretty controversial now. The bearded lady, well, it always was, but it's worse. Like now, it's not PC. And I like showed you the necklace, and I was like, "Look at that!" And it was showing you the back, and you're like, "You made fun." I think I laughed harder at that than I've ever laughed in my life.
Like, why are you showing me the back of this?
I was dying laughing.
Those were
fun. I don't know why that was so funny. That was fun.
Those were fun times. I always have fun with you, even driving around town. Just driving around in cars, looking at other things.
Cars. Okay, so let's get into the show, I guess.
Let's do it. At some point, guys, you got to remind us, because Mia didn't know about the hot tub thing on like Twitch, where people just sit in hot tubs and get paid for being in hot tubs. She's like, I don't get it, and I'm like, yeah, it's a bunch of like dorks that are tipping these people because they get to see a girl in a swimsuit in a hot tub.
But when I started learning about Twitch recently, I asked a bunch of people, like, are these people crossing over on whatchamacallit, on OnlyFans and Twitch? And people are like, no, you'll get kicked off of Twitch if they find out you're doing that. Nobody decided to follow that up with, but these chicks also just sometimes sit in hot tubs in their living room, like a blow up hot tub, and review like TikToks that they're watching. And I'm like, do you know, first of all, I have a hot tub.
Yeah, you could probably be making some money, Mia.
Do you know how much time I spend doom scrolling through Instagram videos? Like, I could just sit in a hot tub and talk about videos and people would give me money?
Yeah, you could totally do that. It's when people start pushing the limits, then all of a sudden they break a rule and then end up getting banned from Twitch or.
But are there moderators in the chat too that'll kick people out that are being creepy?
I don't even know how it works because I like nobody wants to see me in a hot tub, so I haven't really investigated that.
I want to see you in a hot tub. You are invited anytime to my hot tub.
Oh.
You have to scoop the leaves out first.
That's. Are you inviting me to clean the hot tub? You're welcome to come over anytime and clean my hot tub.
If you want to be my pool
Yeah.
boy, you are welcome.
So
Um,
if you guys have any insight on hot tub stuff on Twitch,
hot tub
I don't
stuff.
know. I don't know anything about that. I just know there was a bunch of drama because recently that they started pushing the limits
I was
versus episode in a
literally
hot tub.
I was
Yeah,
literally watching a chick on Twitch in a hot tub, like right before this stream, and not that I want to do it. I'm just a little
yeah.
curious as to why, when I was asking the questions about the crossover, that nobody was like, "Oh no, you can't, but you can do this instead."
Man,
Like, it doesn't have to be a hot tub either. It could be
I
like a friggin'
see
bathtub.
I see people that aren't as pretty as you that stand there and have a camera and they make breakfast and just say, hey guys," and they make breakfast and stuff, and then I'll see them later on in the day and they're playing a video game and they're just streaming and they're playing a video game and they're like, "Hey, ha 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 ha," and they're not even that compelling. Like, you're hilarious.
I was told that
You could
Fortnite
make
is
tens of dollars.
I can make tens of dollars.
Just
That's
kidding.
more than I'm making here.
Mm-hmm.
I was told that I couldn't play Fortnite on Twitch because it's too saturated. And it turns out, Clint, there are a lot of hot chicks in this world. So,
Yeah, that's
um,
true.
anyway, all right. Well, maybe we'll bring that up again in a little while. If we
The
didn't have
secret is
pets.
you have to like everything and be overly excited all the time and you'll do great. I'm just kidding. That's my
People might like that. I
that's
like
what I do.
talk crap about life, though. They might be like, she's funny because she's a realist.
I don't think you need a gimmick. I think you're great the way you are, Mia. I think
I
you
ate
should just
donuts
have
for
fun.
dinner, Clint. I don't need a gimmick, okay? I'm just that girl.
Donuts for dinner sounds amazing. All right, let's move into the first one. Speaking of donuts, when you eat donuts for dinner,
Yeah.
you need to brush. And that leads me to the first question. My boyfriend keeps using my toothbrush. How do I make him stop? Asking for a friend. And I've got context for you, Mia, because you know what you
Okay.
like? You love context. So
Well, how am I supposed to answer without the context?
I'm
You
gonna
know what I mean?
I'm gonna graze over this real fast. My boyfriend has been using my toothbrush, and I'm not sure how to get him to stop. 2 weeks ago, he asked me if I had been performing oral on other men, and I was offended. Said, no, and he's like, okay, I didn't think so. I only asked because I've been using your toothbrush. I was so disgusted. The same day I went to Dollar General and I bought a whole bunch of toothbrushes. I replaced the toothbrush. Blah 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 blah. Blah. Long story short, she found her toothbrush again later. Keeps getting moved, and she found it in the shower. She has a purple one. He has a green one. Her favorite color is purple. He knows that's her toothbrush, and then yet she found it in the shower. And she was like, don't ask. He brushes his teeth in the shower, and she confronted him. She's like, dude, why do you keep using my toothbrush? I found my toothbrush. He's like, oh, is it the purple one? And he's like, oh yeah, mine's green. So I'm like, I don't know if the guy's just dumb or if he's got a weird thing for using her toothbrush. Like, is this like a weird like
This is a fetish that he doesn't
Yeah.
want to talk about. If I was her, I would just like, well, is he colorblind?
No.
Do we know? Some people don't even know.
He's not colorblind. And if he is, he could tell the difference. I'm colorblind. I could tell the difference between green and purple.
That's right. That's usually not the ones that you get confused. Okay, so man, she like did all the things. She had the conversation. She bought him the new toothbrush. Ew.
Yeah.
I'm so mad about this. Maybe he hates electric toothbrushes, and so she should get one of those for herself. I recently used one, and it tickled my mouth in a way I wasn't happy about. Let me tell you.
I think she should get another toothbrush and hide it, and let him think that he's using her toothbrush.
Maybe she should like keep it in her purse in a little.
Yeah, keep it
like under the sink somewhere weird. I have so many toothbrushes because of my like Invisalign treatment thing. So I'm constantly brushing my teeth in different places. Like I have hose in different area codes, but for me, I
thought you had teeth in different places. You're like, I'm constantly brushing my teeth in different places. Just kidding.
I am. I used to be embarrassed about it in the beginning where I was just like, "Oh, I don't wanna brush my teeth in traffic." Now I'm like, "I have to do it, so I'm just gonna do it whenever, wherever I'm brushing my teeth." Not with an electric toothbrush, though. Those are the worst, I found out recently.
You brush your teeth in different places because you don't want to get a cavity in your cavity. Um, so
I'm
that
not giving you any credit for
that was
that.
that's an old joke. Um,
So, yeah, it sucks that she has to, like, hide a toothbrush, but,
y-
um
well, the secret to any
and I
relationship.
have a hair on my tongue.
Oh, Mia, what's the secret to any relationship?
Maybe I should go on Twitch and just try to get a hair off my tongue for, like, an hour. I think I
You,
got it, you guys. Or, like, an eyelash,
you
like,
should do it like a cat. Like lick
dressed in
her.
a cat costume.
Um,
The secret to any relationship is communication,
yes.
but it sounds like she tried that.
She tried. She
She
should
needs to keep trying.
say, look, I think it's freaking gross for you to use my toothbrush. It's disgusting, and I don't want to do that.
And I've been blowing other dudes,
he'll
so
be
it's
like
time for you to
yeah,
stop.
and especially if you're gonna talk to me about that, which is even weirder that he would say that. I was like, that's a
He
twist.
sounds like he sounds kinda like an airhead a little bit to be like, "Hey, babe, you been blowing other dudes? Because 'Cause I've been using your toothbrush."
It tastes weird.
Ew, I don't like this guy
I
at
don't either at
all.
all.
I don't really love this journey for this girl.
No, I don't think he's right for you. I think you should move on. Now, I don't know, man. It's he seems weird. I would say, look, don't ever do that again. If you do, it's over. Just say it grosses me out, and I think it's disgusting. And if you don't understand that, well, and then I would also get another toothbrush and keep that in a hidden place.
Do they live together or is it just when he's
Yes,
over there? Okay.
they live
Yeah,
together.
that's your first mistake.
Yeah, that's weird. So,
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm so bitter about living with a partner.
uh, let's see here. Reese had a few comments. He said verses in a hot tub. Yeah, we're gonna do that. And he said also in regards to hot tubs, the secret is to play Star Wars games on Twitch. If you're a woman, it drives nerds mad. And
Okay.
and if you're wondering,
Okay.
he's coming from across the pond. So he says when he says it drives nerds mad, it's like it sounds.
I don't know if I'm ever gonna actually Twitch, but it
He
is an
doesn't mean
idea.
angry. When he says mad, he means
No, I
crazy. He doesn't
understand
mean
that.
mad. Like he's not angry.
Like, do you say things like proper fit? I've watched a lot of Love Island, but Australia. Where are you? Where is he?
The UK.
He also says buy another purple toothbrush and stick it in.
Whoa. Keep
Uh,
going. You said stick it.
sorry, I got distracted by you putting it. Stick it in fish and wait for him to use it.
Yes, that's
Ew.
a can of tuna.
Like a can of tuna. Love Island is shit. You're right. Love Island is shit, and I only have watched a couple of seasons. I'm not a reality TV show person, but in the beginning of the pandemic, life was really crazy, and I just really needed some trash to take my mind off of everything, and that's what I watched. I watched 2 seasons of Love Island, and then I don't watch other reality TV shows.
I like to call that one Lonely Island. That's what I call it.
The boy that I would like to couple up with is Steven. Because Steven gave me his eggs this morning and I thought that was really nice.
And he likes tuna with a
He
ch.
likes tuna.
Tuna. It's it's TYUNA. Tuna.
I think Steven is proper fit. The best British show is Embarrassing Bodies. I love Embarrassing Bodies. Dude, that show is so good because they'll just be like, "Why don't you just pop on up here and take down your trousers for me?" And it's just like a dude will just have like a weird abscess on his downstairs. Just pop up on the table for me. I love that things get you just pop a lot of things over there. You pop on tables, you pop down trousers. Yeah, I'm into it.
Yeah, I like it when they drop their knickers. You know what I'm saying?
This show it holds back nothing. They don't blur anything out. And these people are just like, yeah, I was like really concerned about that, but I'm really glad that I came in today. And they just try to make it look like these problems are just not real problems, and I love it. I'm sorry if my accents are very bad. I
It
really
goes in and out.
apologize.
It's good and then bad. It
Right.
fluctuates.
Reese, how bad is it? Tell me how bad it is. Be honest.
And while you're typing that up, we're gonna jump to the next question. Her and I are both going to movies separately, so we're on a schedule. We don't get to go over today.
A schedule.
Yeah, we're on a schedule. I'm going to June. I'm gonna go see June. And she's gonna go see. What are you going to see?
The new Wes Anderson movie.
It's better than Clint's accent.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Very well, make it so. Engage. Number one.
that's very, very bad.
I know.
Baker.
That was like, number one, double O, we're going to, I need you to go to a hollowed out volcano. Very well, make it so. Engage. All right, moving on. Fighting. A guy tried to fight me in a bar and I de-escalated it. Why do I feel bad and weak? Oh, that's not how you spell weak, number one.
Why do I feel bad and weak because of this?
Damn it. I'm trying to fix my failure.
He feels like 7 days in a row is what he feels like. I feel bad.
There
and
it is.
7
I fixed
go.
it.
A guy tried to fight me in a bar and I de-escalated. Why do I feel bad, weak because
Feel
of
bad
this?
and weak. And here's a little context, all right?
I love context.
I loved context.
We need a sound for context that's not our two other sounds. We need to find a new sound for context.
Well, let me give you some context. I'm a guy, if you didn't ask. I've been boxing wrestling since I was 5. Okay. And a guy who was shorter than... I don't like that. That's distracting me. I can't even read.
Very annoying. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. A guy who was shorter than me, he took his shirt off in the alley and pretty much for no reason and called my girlfriend a bitch. I got in his face and I could tell he was drunk, scared, and regretted this decision, so I told him we could shake it out and walk away. Obviously, this was the bigger move, but I still feel emasculated. Can anybody shed light on why that might be? I'm not a fighter or a tough guy, but I wonder if I should have been. No, you shouldn't have been. It's not worth it. The guy was a moron. You knew he was drunk, and you probably feel bad that you did not defend your lady's honor. And if you've been boxing and wrestling since you were 5, you're a little bit of a dude's dude, and so there's a little part of you that your ego is a little wounded that you didn't put him in a triangle chokehold, but you don't need to do that. And I'll let Mia continue on. What do you think?
You should have kicked his ass. No, I'm just kidding. There's a lot that's here. This person, like, what does it mean to be a man? And that is such a a subjective question, right? It could mean something completely different to literally every single man that talks about it. And this person is kind of playing into like society's standards of what being a man is. But I think what you did was more in line with how we should be treating people. This person was probably, drunk and was just acting a fool. Does that mean he needs to like get punched in the face? Like, no, you know? So I just feel like, I don't know, this person maybe needs to like ask themselves what it means for them to be a man, you know?
Yeah, and I
Some of
think
the things that make me feel like feminine are like things that aren't even feminine things. Like getting to walk into Home Depot and know exactly what I'm talking about and what I need. It makes me feel like super powerful and feminine. And so I don't know. I think this person could just, I don't know, take some time to be like, I'm a man.
yeah, and also knowing that you could probably take this guy. You know what I mean? You're like, dude, I could have destroyed that guy, and I don't have to prove anything to anybody. And now, if your lady friend is like, you let him talk to me like that, and then that's a whole nother story. But you know what I mean? Like, I think that means you're a nice guy,
Yeah.
and you're like, hey, this guy was drunk. It's not worth the trouble. And I could tell you, I've been in a few situations where drunk people showed up and started trouble, and there was a whole lot more of them. And I was I jumped into a fight to help a friend, my old drummer's friend, and I had no idea. This guy was a super nice guy, and somebody talked some smack going down an alley, and we were unloading equipment. And I was the only one back there, and these 4 or 5 guys were coming up on him and about to start some trouble. And I was like, oh crap, I gotta go help this guy. So I run over. Next thing you know, I end up pushing a guy away because he took a swing at this guy, and I ended up bundled up into a jacket and I curled up into a ball because I'm not a tough guy, and I thought I was about to start getting kicked. I was like, all right, they're gonna start. It's gonna be a boot party, and I'm about to get kicked. I rolled up into a ball, tried to get this jacket off me, and when I came up, this one guy destroyed this guy, knocked all his teeth out. He had 2 black eyes, a flattened nose, and a giant, like 2-inch like cut on his forehead. And these guys started some trouble with this one guy. He didn't look like a tough guy, but he destroyed that guy. So this guy has no teeth and is like, now he gets to walk around all week and with 2 black eyes and a broken nose and no teeth and a big scab on his forehead. And you could have avoided all that by not being a douchebag. And so
it's like thousands and thousands of dollars worth of like reconstructive surgery and or like dental surgery and I get it when someone's acting crazy, like, I mean, did they really have to go that far though with like the beating of this guy?
Yeah, well, they exactly, and they thought, oh, it's 4 of us and this one guy, nothing's gonna happen, and he destroyed those guys. You know what I mean? And so,
you know what? If he was like sexually assaulting a woman, I would be like, okay. But if he was just like, if he was just puffing his chest out and being a jerk, no one deserves to have like themselves beat like that. That's absolutely insane. I can't stand stuff like that. Bar fights drive me crazy.
They're so dumb. And for one, I would hate to do that to somebody. You know what I mean? Like if I end up getting in a fight, and this could have been that guy, could have been the one who did that to this other guy, and like you got to walk around and maybe there's some people that are like, yeah, I whooped his ass, but I'm like, no, that's not cool. There's nothing cool about hurting people. So, I mean, you never know what you're getting into, especially today. Every other person out there knows jujitsu and some weird, crazy stuff. Like, you don't know what you're getting into. It's never worth getting in a fight. You know, I mean, like,
I mean, if the guy,
I got a knife, it's out. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm offended.
You never know. Not like I use it to cut.
Well, in Texas, open carry, so let's be mindful of that. Everyone's strapped. I just don't. I mean, I'm like, if somebody is like assaulting a woman or sexually assaulting someone, and there's like a bunch of dudes around, I feel like that person maybe.
But that's a different scenario. Like sexual assault's different.
Dudes just like, being drunk dudes to other drunk dudes. Like, how stupid is that?
Yeah, drunk moron puffing up on you for a second, talking smack, and you know that you're in a position to destroy this guy and you don't do it. There's nothing wrong with that. Maybe you don't want to break your hand, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so no.
Don't break this one piece of hair is so annoying.
Let's see what Reset. I sound like Dick Van Dyke. All right. He should have just gone through with the fight and embarrassed this guy without throwing a single punch. That's another one too. You just roll that guy up in some wrestling action and there you go. Let's jump to another one. We'll go through this one quick.
Hi everyone that's viewing also, by the way. We have 7 people watching.
Hi gang. I asked out a waitress. Now what? Asking for a friend.
Now what? Nothing, bro. Move on. Just kidding. What is there context?
Here's the context. Not much else to say, really. Was with a group of friends, and one of them dared me to ask out this cute waitress who waited our tables. I haven't really asked anyone out so straightforwardly, but I did, and it worked. Now I have her number and have no idea how to start a conversation. Any advice? Mia, I'm going to let you handle this.
First, let's call her a server. I don't think we use waitress anymore. We're all just servers.
What's funny is I wish you could see you could see my screen. The name of I have every screen is named and it's called it says server on the screen because I was like this guy in the 90s. What's going on with this guy?
He sounds like he's very young, actually.
Yeah, I think so
Um,
too. Yeah, if you've never asked somebody out, it's probably somebody very young.
you should probably start with just some like a light dick pic. No, I'm just kidding. Oh my god, don't do that. No unsolicited
Yeah,
shots
that's
of
a felony
bodies,
now in Texas.
please.
So,
Good.
so
No
can I send you one?
unsolicited. No, yes, I
Okay,
will
then I won't
record
go to jail now.
you. Oh, you just got consent.
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
record it too.
So yeah, I would just, be like you up like about at 2 a.m.
Two.
So, I don't know why I can't be serious today. It's been a week, I've had a long week.
It's been.
Uh,
Um,
for real. No, you just say like, "Hey, it was nice to meet you, and I'd like to hang out sometime."
yeah, just text her and say, "Hey, it's me, the weirdo that got your number, and it's time for us to do the thing."
I like the way you clear those plates, baby.
Yeah, your pre-busting skills are excellent.
You're
Um,
pretty missing.
yeah, just say, "Hey, remember me? I'm the so and so wearing the blue shirt or whatever, and let's do this." Um,
Well, she gave her number out,
yeah, she's
so
in. What do you like to do? You want to
what he
go?
failed to mention is like he's 17 and she was like 63 and this was Waffle House.
Mm. Yeah, he did fail to mention that. Uh,
He's really going to be angry if it's a fake number. Yeah,
it's in the
but
name. Wait,
it's in the name wait.
waitress.
Um
He's really going to be angry if it's a fake number. Yeah, you put it out in the universe to get advice. Hey guys, how do I make this move? And
it's a fake number.
we're sorry,
It
the number
sucks.
you've dialed is not in service.
I don't know how I feel about giving out fake numbers. Like, if the guy is really pushy and making you feel uncomfortable to where you're like, I just need to give out a number just to get him away from me, then okay. But I also would just like to say that, like, in a normal situation where if you had just said, no, I'm not interested, that guy would be like, okay. It's just be open and honest and just say, no, I'm not interested. I've had a lot of situations where I'm just like, get away from me.
I would and I would also not take her to a movie. You want to go to like dinner or someplace where you can actually talk and get to know
Yeah,
the person, you know what I
just be
mean?
like, hey, I'd like to meet up for coffee someday.
Yeah. Coffee
It
is
was
the
nice.
sa-
It was nice meeting you.
Coffee's
You
the
know?
safe one. If you're not even sure you want, that's the test drive for people is coffee date. You go in,
Yeah.
you have a quick coffee, you sit down, in 15 minutes you could figure out if this person sucks at life or if you want to hang out with them, and then you go like, cool, well man, thanks for inviting me out. It was great to see you. I'm out of coffee. Cool, see you later.
Hey, girl, can you wear that Chili's bottomless margarita shirt you had on the other day? I was really into that
Yeah.
t-shirt. I dated someone when I was a teenager who worked at Chili's, and he had every chili like because they come out with new shirts like every promotion they have. He had like 45 Chili's t-shirts, and that's literally all he would wear. Like that, his whole wardrobe was like Chili's t-shirts. That's his story.
You're like, hey, could you wear some of your flair?
Yeah, 30. I noticed you have 30 pieces of flair.
Oh, let's see. Well, let's move forward. This guy feels bad. How do I tell my boss that I'm quitting? This guy feels bad because there's a whole bunch of people in his company that work where he's working that have been quitting, and the boss is taking it personal. But he's got a better job offer, and he wants to do it. And I say, dude, it is compassionate. It sounds like you're a nice person. The fact that you're worried about your boss's well-being, but you just gotta worry about
Yeah.
yourself, and that this is your job. And if you're going somewhere that's going to pay better and it's a better opportunity, don't worry about them. Just say, hey man, you just say, hey, I can put in my notice. I hate to do this, especially when everybody else is, but this is a great opportunity for me. I gotta go.
I'm smiling at Reese's comment.
Fake your
He says,
death.
"Fake your death." That's really funny. Yeah, I totally agree. I fully agree. You gotta do what's best for you, and not you can't stay in a job based on like your boss's like whatever. I'm sorry your boss is having a hard time with it, but like that's their issue to work through, not yours. And if you're gonna, have a better situation elsewhere or make more money or be happier or whatever the heck you're leaving for, you got to do it for you.
And I'm
And he's like, but my failed to mention my boss is actually my wife, and
One thing I want to say about that too is you don't want to wait. Don't put it off. There's sometimes you just got to
Yeah.
jump in. You just got to jump into the cold water to get used to the water. You just got to go, boom. And this is one of those things. It's like when there's some drama. Sometimes it's better to just to get to the core crux of the problem, address the elephant in the room, go right to it. And this is one of those things. Don't wait around because you're gonna play games in your own head. Just the first opportunity you have to spill the beans, get it over with, and just go in there and let them know and tell them you're trying to be cool, but this is how it is, and then boom, it's over with. And
get him like a houseplant as a parting gift.
Yes, or some
I don't know
donuts.
why you allow me back on the show when it's been 2 weeks and my
'Cause
advice is so silly.
You're the comic relief, Mia.
I am.
I think you'll have a fun story. I saw this and it reminded me of you. So
I wrote a really funny joke earlier and then I didn't write it down and I'm so mad at myself because I can't remember what the joke is, Clint. Wait. If it comes to me, I'm going to have to pause and write it down. I'm not even kidding. Cuz you know how it goes. If you don't write it out, you're going to lose it forever.
My buddy My buddies.
My buddy. So what do you?
My buddy.
Get with it.
I'm laughing
because
because he was like, he sent me a voice memo. He's like, I'm sending you this joke because so that I can remember it. And he's like, why is it when you call the doctor's office, they're like, please stay on the phone because options have recently changed. Why are options constantly changing? I'm gonna make a recording that says, don't pay attention because these are the same options that we've had for the last 20. It was funny the way you worded it. Options have not changed. Feel free to do something else while you're waiting for your turn to be called on. Check this out.
My mom wrote the same joke like 2 weeks ago, though. Sorry, tell that guy.
I'll let him know. A date just walked out of me. Should I feel bad or just forget it? And asking for a friend. The reason I asked this is because he said, hey guys, earlier today I went to meet a girl and we went out for a few drinks. She brought a friend with her, which I thought was slightly unusual since this wasn't mentioned in our conversation leading to this. Though her friend was really cool, so I thought nothing of it. Basically, after about an hour, they both said they were going to the toilet, and it only took about 20 minutes before I thought something was going on. They ended up not coming back after I called the girl and messaged her a couple of times, so I left like anyone else would. It doesn't take a genius to figure out what happened here. Wow.
Okay, well, the bringing the friend on a date's kind of weird, but I also kind of get it at this day and age. Like, if the girl you're going on a date with shows up with her girlfriend, I would just roll with it because we're all freaking scared of dudes. You know what I mean? But also, how shitty of that chick.
Yeah.
And I have had a similar situation happen to me. I was I actually invited someone to a burlesque show. He had never seen a burlesque show before. And I was just like, oh my gosh, come to this show. He came to the show and then we went to a bar afterwards and I didn't have a vehicle because the burlesque show was downtown. And if I go downtown, I don't take my car because it's a pain in the butt to find parking, whatever. So he was like, oh, I was like, can you take me home? He's like, yeah, I can be your ride home. So we ended up going to a bar that was like nowhere near where I lived. And it was so weird. So I get a drink and I have a huge bag with me, like a duffel bag, because I was just at a show and I had changed back into regular clothes and I carry a bunch of crap with me. Also, don't have a vehicle. So we're at this bar and I was like, okay, I'm going to go to the bathroom. And he was like, cool, why don't you take your drink with you? And I thought that was actually kind of cool for a guy to be like, take it with you. I don't want you to think I'm going to dose you with anything.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, okay. And then I stood up and he was like, well, you should probably take your bag with you too. And I was just like, yeah, okay. And then I went to the bathroom. And when I came out, he was freaking gone. And he didn't pay the bill. And then the bartenders there at that bar sort of kind of knew me. And I was just like, what happened? And they're like, oh, that dude left. And I had a tab to pay and I didn't have a way to get home. Luckily, one of the regulars at the bar gave me a ride home. He was very nice. I was crying in his Jeep. Also, I know where this guy works.
What a dirtbag.
I cannot believe that some people do that. Don't listen. It
So
is so easy. It is so easy to be like, "Hey, thanks for the drinks. I'm gonna go." And then if they ask you, "Hey, can we see each other again?" Just be like, "No, I wasn't really feeling it." Or you can be like, "Hey, I'm not really feeling it. I'm gonna head out." How hard is that? Why can't we just be honest and upfront with people? I don't understand this like lack of communication, this ghosting, this right? And like maybe okay, if this guy was being a creeper, which doesn't sound like he was, but we don't get to know that. But if he was being a creeper, okay, I might do something similar. But if he was just being a normal dude, this chick's not feeling it. They run to the bathroom and they're like, hee, this guy's stupid. Let's just leave. Ah, ha, ha. Screw those chicks.
I wonder if they
Jerk
did the
freaking.
I wonder if they did that thing where they're like, "Hey, I'm gonna go out with this dude. Do you want free dinner?" And then we'll go out after that. And they're like, "Yeah, we'll go
They're
with this
so
guy. He'll
broke.
pay for everything, and then we'll bail, leave him with the bill."
I literally always offer to pay my portion, no matter where I go for drinks, for dinner. I offer to split it or pay my portion every single time. I don't go out
You're
if
like,
I feel like I can't afford it, unless it was specified before, hey, I'm taking you here
I
because
ate
that means that they're paying.
I ate 1/8 of this pizza. That's my portion. Is one. I ate one slice out of the 8 slices. That's 1/8. So I'm going to give you 3.63,
I
and
made a spreadsheet.
I paid my portion.
I
Um,
totally would do something like that.
just
Not
kidding.
as specific, but
No, I'm just kidding.
there are times that I've gone to, we've talked about this before, where I've gone to split bills with someone, but the other person had like 3 drinks to my 1, and I'm like, "Okay, well, I'm not splitting that in half. I'm not trying to be a jerk, but your $10 old fashions, I'm not paying for that. Pay for that on your own, bruh."
Yeah. Why don't you be old fashioned and ante up some cash, dude?
Is there anyone else that's watching that would like to say hi? Because we only have one person in the chat. Reese, no offense.
Reese is throwing down. Where's
You're
Rajneesh?
whole you're
Rajneesh
holding the
usually.
show.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about this one stupid piece of
And
hair that's I can't stop playing with because it won't go
I
away?
don't yank it out. Don't do that. I know
I
that
might.
I
Listen,
know
if
that
it
Bobby is
doesn't want to
laying
be
low.
part of the pack,
Laying low in the
not.
mix. She says Bobby says hey, and then she lays low. And then she's
She
like,
lays low.
and then if you're
Is
like,
it my mom? Mom, are you
I wonder if
watching?
Bobby's still here. She'll be like, I'm still
Mom,
here.
if you're watching, thank you for bringing me a salad for lunch today. It was very sweet.
Aw. And
I
Mom, if
ate.
you're watching, cover your ears.
Mom,
Just
Clint,
kidding.
if Clint's mom's watching, bring Clint a salad. Just kidding.
Let's see here. I got a couple more.
Rajni said he's
He's-
catching it on repeat.
I got a couple more. I can't remember this one.
Yeah, we don't have much time.
Yeah, we got to
go.
get out of here pretty soon.
Well,
So we're
I'm fine
gonna.
on time. You're not fine on time.
Oh yeah, when people say text me when you get home, do they actually mean it? Asking for a friend.
My friends mean it. I just never do it, and then they yell at me the next day. My friend will actually, one of my best friends will be like, I know you're not going to, but will you text me when you get home? And I'm usually like, no, not going to do that. If I die, you'll find out of it. Like, I'm not, you don't need to, you're not resting assured because you heard from me.
I think there's like maybe with females there's the option of like maybe you'll get tossed in zip tied and tossed into a trunk or something where you're like and you're walking with the keys with the thing with the with the keys and like the and all that.
I know what
I'm talking about. What you have to live with. I'm not trivializing it or make fun, but I'm with guys when somebody says text me when you get home, what it translates to is, hey, dipshit, you should probably be taking an Uber. Why are you driving?
Yeah. You had too much to drink.
Yeah. Why are you driving? I'm not your dad. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but you should probably, if you're not going to listen to everyone, at least text me when you get home. That's what that means to me. So.
No, totally. And I've thought the same thing. I actually made a friend take an Uber the other night. It was the first time I've done that in a long time. And I don't know if I was in such a place to comment, but I think he came to my house and then I think he took an Uber back to his car and then drove home because his car was parked somewhere else. I don't think he took an Uber home. I think that's what, because the next morning it was like 11 a.m. He's like, I already picked up my car. And I'm thinking, no, you freaking didn't.
Last night.
You didn't go to bed at 5 a.m. and go pick up your car before 11. Like, come on now.
Yeah. So if somebody says, text me when you get home. That means you shouldn't be driving more than likely, or you should be
Yeah.
using the buddy system.
You know what I just realized?
What'd you
We don't
realize?
have a line between us, a red line.
We kind of do.
It's usually like a thicker line, isn't it?
It's super weird.
I like it though.
Do
It
you?
makes it feel
Because
like
we're in the same room.
we're in the same room, but just shoulder to shoulder. No, I always do it wrong. It's so awkward because it's backwards.
Right here. You ready? Wait. Oh, that was
You
cool.
just tapped it.
Yeah. Let's see here. All right.
What else we got? What time?
What-
Wait, when exactly do you need to leave?
In a few minutes. Introverted with extroverted people, extroverted with introverted people. Am I weird?
No, you sound like most people.
Yeah, that's pretty normal. I think
I'm the same way, I think, most of the time.
I am too. If you're around people that are like over the top, then you're gonna hang back and watch the show. And then if it's quiet, maybe you're gonna chime up and be the center of attention. I don't think that's weird at all. If anything, you're a chameleon, and that's a handy skill to have. That means you fit in with everyone.
People think that I'm very extroverted just because I can like be in a group and talk and communicate, but I don't feel that way. I feel very introverted. Like I'd rather be home. I'm very drained by people. In like when I can't just go home and pass out after a long night. I have to go home and decompress and like get all the people off of me. You know what I mean? That sounded bad.
I was just gonna leave that one alone. Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm the same way. And if I go to a
This
party,
person's not weird, is all I'm saying.
yeah, you're not weird. And people like, for me, they're like, oh, Clint's a super extrovert. Blah blah blah. I have some introverted close friends, Chris, that are like that, and I'm like, yeah, but when I go to a party, that's like I say hi to everybody, but I only have conversation with like one or two people. I end up in the corner talking to like one or two people, and that's who
I'm horrible at parties.
I say hi to everyone, but
I don't.
like people come up, well, because I'm the most popular guy in the room, you know. And I'm just kidding. No, it's like
No.
no. I actually, when I'm uncomfortable, I ramble and talk a lot. Is actually the weird thing. So I'm like,
I just like it just depends on the situation, but usually if I walk into like I mean, when was even pre-COVID, it wasn't like I was going to like house parties. I'm old. People it's not something you do anymore. I'm better with a small group of friends. If it's a big, huge group where everyone's goal is to get trashed, I don't have as much fun in that situation. I like to play a game or be singing karaoke or doing something. If everyone's just standing around consuming alcohol just to see where the night takes them, it's like, what are we freaking doing? I don't understand it. And I usually will like go find somewhere to be alone. And then someone will come in. You know how many times I've heard this? Oh, what's wrong? I'm like, does something have to be wrong because I wanted to get away from all the chaos? Like, there's nothing wrong. I just hate this. I want to not be here.
I like going to a bar by myself,
See, and I can do stuff like
I
that.
love that, and just
That's a little
chilling.
different.
Yeah, I love that. And then I just chill and people watch and stuff, and
Yeah.
people are like, dude, you can come sit with us. I'm going, I'm good, and they're like, oh.
It's not as awkward for, unfortunately, a male to be sitting alone at a bar than a female to be sitting alone at a bar.
Yeah, you're like bait. If it's like, you know what I mean? Like
That
yeah.
was the nastiest. I need to take a shower after
No,
that
I
comment.
know, but I'm just saying they're like
I don't want to be bait.
to drunk guys that like had a few in them. They're like, hey, that girl's sitting by herself. She needs some attention. I'm gonna go talk to her.
She's waiting for dick. Clearly, that's what she's doing.
I mean,
here
obviously. Yeah, that's they're like,
You sounded like Nick Kroll a second ago, and I love him. I just saw him live, and I'm so in love with him, Nick Kroll.
a hank of fur, a hunk of cheese. That's who I was trying to be. Bobby says that's me when I need when needed I can talk. And
yeah.
And Reese says about 90% of the UK are introverts and hate the other 10%.
I'm into it. See, I think I would like it over there.
Me too.
I just want to pop across the pond. I just want to pop across the pond. That's really bad. That was like the Great British Baking Show.
Oh, that's terrible. We're gonna do these last couple of questions real fast because I got to hit the road, so we'll hit these quick. This is a
I'm
speed.
kind of sad that more people aren't commenting and that we didn't get more comments about the Twitch topic, which I was kind of excited to have a discussion about. Where are all your nerdy small screen friends?
They're right here. I
Then
got
what's happening?
Bobby and Reese. Um,
Where's the other
That
ones?
James guy, I don't know where he's at, and he stayed up doing a video. If you didn't see, I did we did a video, uh, basically an update video for small screen, and Edward did the intro, and then I did the on camera stuff, and we just talked about all the plans that we have in the works, and it was a
I
fun
didn't
video.
see it because I've been studying.
We did it in the middle of the night. James put it out by morning, and then he decided to catch a nap because people got to sleep. So the next one, quick answers on these, and then I'm gonna hit the road.
Okay.
Next question. Come on, there you go. What does it mean when? Oh, this is not the right question. What does it mean when the guy you're talking to calls you hun?
It means that he hates women.
No, I think it means that he's trying to adopt pet names and he's ready to move to the next level and have you
I
be
don't
his
know,
girlfriend.
because
Unless he's a
I feel
condescending guy.
that's what I'm saying is, like, men, you need to check yourselves on this. You can't just be throwing pet names around, okay? It's not okay. We're not all over here just like, please give them to me. We're not just waiting around for that. That's not a next step in a relationship, okay?
Well, I
When
mean, if it's like, if I was over at
I
your
have a
place
question.
if I was over at your place and I was like, hun, can you grab me a roll of toilet paper? I'm out in here.
I would say fend for yourself, bro.
Hun,
I'm not your mother.
hey, hun, I don't call my mom hun. That's weird.
Yeah, the toilet paper situation.
I
Don't
was
get
just
yourself
kidding.
into that situation. No, I just don't like it. And honestly, here, let me just put this out here. If you're wondering, why don't you just freaking ask him? Hey, I noticed you've been calling me hun lately. What does that mean?
And what does that take us back to?
That's called communication.
Yeah.
I
All right.
like how, like, my advice. I wouldn't be a good relationship coach because a lot of my advice is like bitter about certain situations. But I mean, hun. Hey, hun. What are you doing, hun? I don't know.
Let's see. I was born in the late 1900s, so I wouldn't know anything about the Twitch hot tub situation.
The late 1900s. 1999?
Like 1999?
Are you from 1999? I wouldn't know anything about the Twitch hot tub situation. I really think you would be the person who would know about the Twitch hot tub situation. We're not looking at the boomers. The baby boomers aren't on the Twitch. And that forgotten generation that Clint's a part of, nobody knows about that one.
Gen X?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Generation X?
Right, doesn't compute. I've never heard of it.
Let's see. It says we're talking and he's taking a lot of liberties there, but then again, he could be from my generation when that was normal.
Yeah, that's true. And I was being a kind of a jerk about it, and I don't really mean that. I would say don't be like, what does this mean? Because like signs are just they're just weird. So why don't you just ask? Just ask the dude.
Just
That's all I
ask,
have to
hey,
say
what
about
does
it.
that mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
I say hun sometimes to
If
people.
you say hun to me, Clint, I'm sorry, but
Okay, hun. Let's go.
I am so driving to your house to sit in your garage.
Oh, that's an old one. We're not going over that. There was another one that said, and I mislabeled it, it looks like. Oh boy. Rats. I don't know where it is. I'll just tell you, I remember the question. At what age should you start telling your child about how babies are made? Explaining. At what age do you think you should start that journey of where you're explaining how babies are made to a kid?
I talked about it from from day one.
Okay.
But see, but it has to do with the age. So it's actually this ties in. I mean, it's just sex education for kids, right? And there's appropriate sex education by age, and you're not just going to go into like the heavy details at a certain age, and you just give out small bits of information, and usually where how it goes is like, do you have any questions for me? Do you want to know more? And then you offer up more information. At a certain point, you're going to want to have a more extensive kind of sex conversation with your children. But I think it just depends. Like from 2, 3 years old, my son knew a very, 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 very basic version, kind of it, where it was, I think, something along the lines of like his dad had a seed that he gave me, and you know what I mean? It's real basic. And then Clint, do we need to have the birds and the bees conversation?
Wait,
Do you not
what?
know where babies come from?
The
Yeah,
stork? The stork's not real?
the stork is real, but he's the gimp in the corner. No, God, I'm sorry if your mom's watching. I'm
Yeah.
bad tonight.
So
I'm
the
really
so
bad
the
tonight.
answer, the short answer is it's up to you as a parent. But
It is up to you as a parent, but there are a lot of really, really, really great books that lay it out about kind of the age of it. What? And there's like, what are you laughing at?
I'm laughing
Start
at
the
Reese.
conversation with a video of full blown childbirth. Don't hold back. I mean, so I do want to say, Reese, I as well. You know what? I know you're laughing at this, but I'm an assistant midwife for home birth, and I have most of the births, if they have young children, they're in the room and they see it, and it's kind of a really amazing, beautiful thing. They're not just like staring straight on. We put the kids on the bed by
It's
mom's
not
head.
beautiful. That's like Saw.
Clint, it's the most amazing thing
It
a
is the
woman's
most
body can
the
do.
most glorious thing, but I feel like that'd be traumatizing to like a 4-year-old.
It's
Are you
not
kidding me?
traumatizing because you build them up the whole entire pregnancy. You're talking about it, you talk about what's happening. You're like, you may hear me make sounds that you've never heard me make before, and you imitate those for the kids, and you really involve them in the process. And it's a huge part of bonding as like a little kid, to like really bring in another. I don't know.
I think it's awesome.
I
I don't.
probably view it I probably view it way differently because I work in the natural birth community, or
Yeah,
did
of
for so
course.
many years. But yeah, if you're a parent and you're questioning this stuff, buy a book and read, because I took a human sexuality psychology course, and they actually do have like it laid out of what ages are appropriate for what information, and it's actually really cool. And P.S. abstinence only programs don't work. Come at me, bro.
And last question of the night.
I like that was just how it just goes. Just let Mia say whatever she wants to say.
Yes. And the last question, short answer. Is it normal for your boyfriend to yawn a lot when you were kissing? Asking for a friend.
No, girl, no. He needs to learn to breathe through his nose. He's not getting enough air.
Yeah, that was a weird one. I was like, I have to include this because it's so bizarre.
He's holding his breath, and he's like nervous, I think, and then he's like not getting enough air, and then his body's like, yawn, yawn, take a breath.
He's like Darth Vader. Yeah, that's kind of weird, but you know what? Don't make fun of the guy or anything. Just have the conversation.
I
You're
would
like,
just be like, hey babe, what's wrong with you?
just
Hey
say, hey,
hun,
hun. Hey,
hun,
hun.
hun, 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 hun,
Hun,
hun, hun.
hun. You're.
Hun, 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 hun.
It's not
Also,
very.
women, I just want to say this too. If you meet a guy and he's really awesome, and he's not the best kisser, you can teach him how to kiss you properly. Like, don't just write him off and to your girlfriends like, it was a good date, but he was such a bad kisser. I can't see him again. Learn how to train your man, because like seriously, there's a lot of good men who get written off because they don't know what to do. If they're willing to do what you want them to do, please let them. Please tell them what it is that you want. Like, don't. I'm just saying.
We are trainable. I do dishes. I do throw the trash out. And
Oh, well, do you do dishes?
I do dishes. I throw
Oh,
the
do my
trash out.
dishes.
I've been trained.
Come clean the kitty litter. Come over and hang out in the hot tub.
Come clean my hot tub and throw out the
I do
kitty
that
litter.
when I have male friends over. They'll come over and I'll be like, "Oh, can you help me move this table? Oh, my mattress needs to be flipped. While you're here, do you think you can But it's not tricking them. I just feel like sometimes I need a little extra help because I'm just so poor and weak and I'm just a woman. And I can't do anything for myself. Just kidding. Just kidding. I do it all myself. Welcome to being a single mom who's amazing.
You are amazing. Amazing, strong, independent woman. And we're on episode 31. You just called yourself
I'm sorry.
out.
I'm not 31 years old. Just kidding. Yes, I am. I'm freaking 31 and I'm fabulous. I'm not going to deny it anymore. I'm 31, except for when I was at the bar over the weekend and the bartenders told me I looked 34. I did walk into the trap by asking them, but I was very sad about that.
Well, guys, if you're struggling and having a hard time, call the Suicide Prevention Hotline. There are people that talk to you and help you out. There's people that really put themselves out there and want to help people. So you're never alone. That's what we're trying to say here at Answering for Friends. Excuse me. Holy smokes. We're going to be back. Clint told me I did not say such things.
If I'm in my 50s, Reese, I look like...
You look fantastic.
Yeah, so thank you for that compliment. Bruh. Come at me, bruh. This is a silly episode. Thanks, Reese, for being part of the chat for as much as you were.
Absolutely. And guys, like, share, subscribe, click that notification bell. I'm rushing the ending because I got to get my ass to the movies. I'm going to go see Dune. Or as you say, across the pond, June. Mia.
I love you, Clint.
I love you, Mia. And I love all you guys in the chat. Bobby, Reese, everybody, thanks for joining. Riley, we'll see you next Thursday. And you guys have a great night and a better tomorrow, as Superman says.
Bye.